Well, with Coro, everything is a process, so we actually didn't save the best for last. We just went in alphabetical order, so don't get your expectations up. I want to start by reading a verse from the scriptures, Proverbs 16:16. It goes like this: "How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver." And of course, that is in a religious context, but when I think about the Coro experience, some of that rings true. We definitely did not get a lot of gold and silver. living off the Coro stipend is a challenge of its own, which teaches you a lot of great things. But what we did get from Coro, among many things, is a value of inquiry, insight, and learning how to apply knowledge, which is the true meaning of wisdom, through Coro's mantra of experiential learning, as you've heard some of my colleagues mention. And one of those pieces of wisdom, which I have taken from Coro, my Coro experience, is to enjoy the process. Something you run into when you're asked to jump into a 6-week placement with an organization, learn how the organization works, and then add something meaningful to that. Among the many challenges that can offer, one of them is at the end, realizing what was my impact with that organization. And sometimes you can leave the organization wishing that you had been able to have more of an impact. And Coro teaches you to value the process of going through an organization, having that impact, and learning how to take what you can take and then moving on. And so it's really about, rather than obsessing or worrying over the end result, learning to enjoy that process. And the placement structure through Coro really emphasizes that point. And that takes me to my significant object, which is a book which is displayed there on the screen. It's called Conversations with Myself. It's a compilation of the manuscripts that Nelson Mandela wrote while he was in prison. And why that's meaningful to me is because I've been reading it over my entire Coro experience. I'm about halfway through. Unlike my colleague Nathan, who's read 25 books this year. But that in itself has been a process, and every time that I think about this book, I'll always remember my experience at Coro, as well as the contents of the book. This man who became an icon of freedom during the process of his imprisonment in South Africa is when he really gained that vision for what he was going to do to make the world a better place. And so I think that we can take a lot of lessons from looking at process and how valuable it is. I just want to give a few thank yous. First, I want to thank God for giving me this great opportunity and bringing me through. I want to thank my parents and friends and family that have come tonight. I also want to thank Coro staff, and especially Davey, for the constant input and support that we received over these 9 months. And I want to thank everyone in this room for allowing your friends, your family, some of you, to be sucked into Coro for 9 months and allow us to really spend that time with each other. So thank you all. You've been patient with us and heard all 12 of us speak, which is what we had to do all year with each other. You're all officially part of the Coro family. Thank you on behalf of all the fellows again for your support over these 9 months and over our lives. It means so much to us, and as we move forward with each of our individual visions to make this world a better place, we will continue to rely on your support. So thank you so much.